Boom-Bust cycle, a historical and modern analysis. The boom-bust cycle has been a consistent feature of economies throughout history, characterized by periods of rapid economic growth followed by severe downturns. These cycles are driven by various factors, including monetary policies, speculative bubbles, and shifts in market psychology. While Karl Marx and other economists studied these cycles extensively, the rise of digital money presents new challenges and questions about how these cycles will evolve. This video will explore the history, causes, and implications of boom-bust cycles, while also examining how central banks and the money supply influence these patterns, particularly in the modern age of digital currencies. Historical overview of boom-bust cycles. The concept of boom-bust cycles dates back to Karl Marx in the 1850s, who identified recurring economic crises driven by capitalism's contradictions, such as overproduction and underconsumption. Since Marx's time, economies have experienced multiple cycles, with scholars identifying up to 28 or 29 boom-bust cycles since 1929, each marked by periods of economic growth, boom, followed by contraction, bust. Central banks, particularly since the creation of the Federal Reserve, have been key in managing these cycles by controlling the money supply. They adjust interest rates and use monetary policy to cushion economic downturns and promote growth. The Bank of International Settlements, known as the Central Bank of Central Banks, advises on strategies to manage these cycles effectively. Causes and psychology behind boom-bust cycles. The causes of boom-bust cycles are complex, driven by a mix of monetary policies, speculative bubbles, and shifts in public sentiment. Psychology plays a key role, as optimism during booms leads to asset overvaluation, excessive risk-taking, and unsustainable growth. These bubbles, especially in sectors like real estate, technology, or finance, inevitably burst, triggering market crashes and widespread recessions. Wealthy people often capitalize on these cycles, using their knowledge and access to profit during both booms and busts. They invest during growth periods and buy distressed assets during downturns, further widening income inequality. The evolution of boom-bust cycles in the age of digital money. One of the most significant questions today is how the boom-bust cycle will evolve in the age of digital money. Central banks control traditional currencies, but the rise of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which operate outside these systems, presents new challenges. Digital currencies are decentralized, meaning they are not subject to the same monetary policies that govern traditional economies. This raises questions about how central banks can influence markets when digital money operates outside their control. Moreover, the volatility of digital currencies has introduced new forms of speculative bubbles. Cryptocurrencies have seen rapid increases in value, followed by dramatic crashes, mirroring traditional boom-bust patterns, but occurring at a faster pace. While some believe that digital money could stabilize economies by providing alternatives to government-controlled currencies, others argue that the speculative nature of these assets could create even more frequent and severe economic cycles. Protecting yourself from boom-bust cycles. Given the frequency of boom-bust cycles and their often devastating impacts, it is crucial for individuals and businesses to protect themselves. Diversification, investing in a variety of assets to reduce risk, as well as developing and adhering to a sound investment thesis and journaling, there will be tremendous highs and lows, and it is extremely helpful to be able to manage those feelings. These few steps will ensure that you grow right along with your returns. During boom periods, it can be tempting to go all in on high-growth sectors, but this can leave investors vulnerable when the bubble bursts. A well-diversified portfolio that includes safer assets like bonds, real estate, or commodities can help mitigate losses during downturns. Pay attention. Keep a close eye on the bond market, aka the debt market, as fiat depreciates and inflation rises once more. The largest market in the world, the bond market is typically where the smart money is. But do your homework and consider that now might not be the right moment to be bullish. Additionally, understanding the broader economy and staying informed about global economic trends is essential. Reputable, but not necessarily mainstream media sources and well-chosen financial organizations offer insightful information about the state of the economy, assisting investors in making wise choices. Individuals should also be cautious of speculative bubbles and avoid taking on excessive debt during boom periods, as this can lead to financial ruin during the bust. Wrapping up, as digital money rises, the nature of boom-bust cycles may shift, as these currencies operate outside traditional central bank controls. However, the psychology of optimism during booms and panic during busts remains unchanged, suggesting these cycles will persist. Understanding the history and role of central banks, particularly the Bank for International Settlements, is crucial for navigating modern finance. By staying informed and diversifying investments, individuals can protect themselves from the negative impacts of these cycles and maintain financial stability. Like, comment, subscribe. Disclaimer. This isn't advice on investments. This information is provided for informational reasons only. It should not be interpreted as investment, financial, or legal advice.